Narragin, now we're just about ready. All set. Racing now. Away they go from the 1,000 and flying out is Copper Fury, Sterling Estate. The stablemate goes up and then came Secret Assault down on the inside. Pike has Don't Fuss travelling well fourth. She's Vital got caught out wide. Then came Rapisada. It goes through on the inside of Night Voyage, who's one off the fence. Kennedy 3 wide near the back. Hoboken's got a long way back and Speeding Comet is over on the inside. At the 600 metre mark, Copper Fury has got the lead by half. On the outside is Sterling Estate. Secret Assault inside of Don't Fuss. She's Vital 3 wide. Night Voyage is trucking into it in the middle but needs clear running. Out very wide is Kennedy. Hoboken tries to track it. Rapisada got up on the inside behind Secret Assault. And last of all is Speeding Comet. In the straight they run. And Copper Fury got away. By a length and a half, Sterling Estate struggling. Getting up on the inside now. Coming with a run is Secret Assault. Don't Fuss is there. And now down the outside is Hoboken with a blistering run. Have a look at Hoboken steaming down the outside. Race to Don't Fuss and Night Voyage, but Hoboken has won. Hoboken got the money from Don't Fuss, and on the outside Night Voyage, followed by Copper Fury, and then came Rapisada. Back in behind them was Speeding Comet. Further back in the field is Secret Assault, and are followed a long way back by She's Vital near the back of the field with Kennedy. Hoboken. Number 6 is the winner, Hoboken, at 14.60 and 3.60. Over 4 Don't Fuss at 1.90 and 1 Night Voyage at $2.40. 6, 4 and 1. 6, 4 and 1 on race number 2. Hoboken, who last start, things didn't really go to plan for it. It got a bit of a squeeze up. Brendan Louis rode the horse and it was inconvenienced halfway down the straight. They had to get going again. And again, they've ridden the horse further back than what we have seen on a number of occasions from this horse. And it's come with a blistering run down the outside. Don't Fuss hit the front. And then Night Voyage tried to go with Hoboken. Couldn't quite match it. Night Voyage was trying to work into the clear. It got clear running, but couldn't sprint as quickly as Hoboken, who flew down the outside. Copper Fury's run a great race today in the pink cap. The stablemate dropped off Sterling Estate. So it's 6, 4, 1 and 11. 6, 4, 1, 11. 9 ran 5th Rapisada in a 1:36.20. 1:36.20. The winner is by Statue of Liberty out of Spectron's Image for Neville Parnham. Trains at Ascot. Let's go downstairs now with Brittany.
Thanks very much, Richie. I do have Neville Parnham here. And Nev, the 1 week backup clearly was no concern for this horse.
No, to be honest with you, he had a long spell and he's taken a bit of a while to get fit. And I said to the owners prior to the race, it's the fittest I've seen him at the track. So, you know, he certainly has kept improving. He was close a couple of starts back and probably a little bit unlucky last week. Today he drew awkward, left the options up to Steve, but he was probably leaning towards riding him off the pace. That clearly has worked, and once he sort of got a bit of daylight down the straight, he finished very strong.
The way he climbed over the top of them to finish then, going forward, will you like to see him being ridden back a little bit more often? Look,
we've ridden him a couple of times like that, and he's hit the line good, but probably in races a little bit stronger than what this one was, and you know, he's sort of got home and finished just behind him. But yeah, look, in his right company, he's certainly a horse that has got a bit of ability. Had a lot of knee trouble with him over the years, but yeah, he's quite sound at the moment. Had a long spell and it seemed to have clicked.
It's been 381 days since he's been in the winner's circle. Is that the key at the moment, just having a sound and happy horse?
Oh, definitely his soundness, yeah. You know, like he went out a sore horse, and like, to be honest with you, he's been very, very good in this whole campaign. So hopefully he remains that way, and yeah, the long spell certainly done the time heals everything, like I say.
It certainly does. Fingers crossed he can keep going on with it now. Congratulations on the win.
No worries, thank you.
Neville Parnham there, the trainer of Hoboken, and if he was still alive in the early quaddie, it's already going to be paying quite handsomely with 2 double-figure winners in the first opening 2 races.
Exactly right. We saw that Fabergino form come to the fore once more. Hoboken finishing 6th behind Fabergino, and Night Voyage obviously ran 3rd behind Fabergino.
Surprise, surprise.
Exactly. So Night Voyage a model of consistency so far this preparation, and Don't Fuss first up was a nice run.
It's quite remarkable, isn't it? Night Voyage has had 5 starts now this campaign and has finished third at each of them. Obviously gallant again today in defeat, lumping the 62.5. And as you mentioned, Don't Fuss, a good run from that horse first up. So expecting that horse to take natural improvement from the first up run and be able to go on with it. We'll catch up with Steve Parnham after he weighs in today, but they just elected, having drawn a bit outside, just to drift back, and it proved the key. Brandon Louis, the acclaiming apprentice, rode him last week, and 7 days later, Senior Jock gets back on, and Steve was able to get the win. Steve, you drew a little bit out wide today, so Neville just mentioning that you were left to decide whether to head back, but it clearly was the right decision today.
Well, look, it worked. I think it wasn't really by design. He was sort of sitting back a little bit when the gates opened, and he didn't jump clean, so we were sort of left with that option. He settled good, but he travelled really good, you know, and as soon as I let him go, it felt like he was going to get him.
The way he finished off, did he surprise you with that finishing burst? Is it something that you'd like to see him race back a little bit more often going forward?
Well, I think if the pace is on, it probably can suit him. You know, it just depends on each race. But he does have a really good turn of foot if you can sort of hold him a little bit and then expose him. So today he showed it, and it was a really good win.
Your dad just mentioned that soundness has been an issue in the past with his knees. Is he feeling better than ever now?
This preparation's it's definitely been the best he's ever been. So he's racing that way. His runs have all been good. You know, he sort of took a few runs to get fit because you can't train him too hard at home. But yeah, he's hopefully he can go on with it from here.
Let's hope so. Well done.
Thank you.
Steve Parnham there, combining with his father Neville to take out the second with Hoboken. 381 days since that horse had seen the winner's circle, but clearly time healed everything, and great to see the horse in the winner's circle. We'll be back soon for race 3.